morning, everybody. I toast to you and all you do. I hope you're having a fantastic morning today. It's Thursday, so happy Thursday. May He bless your day with great prosperity and protection. So we are on day 11 of the introspective journey. We're kind of chugging right along. If this is your first day, welcome. And if you're coming back every day, I really appreciate it. I do this for you guys just as much as I do this for myself. This is just part of my practice. I just want to share it with everybody. So today's question is actually a two-part question. So today's question is, when I look in the mirror, what do I see? And how do I want others to perceive me? So obviously there is the superficial value of this. Like when I look in the mirror, what do I see? Now for many of us, just to be quite honest, there are so many of us who have borderline body dysmorphia where we look in the mirror and we do not see what we actually see. I have a problem with that. I have a tendency to pick at my face, and for me, it is compulsive, and I do what I can to try to work through that. But it is borderline body dysmorphia because when I look in the mirror, that's what I see. And a lot of people have something of this nature. It's probably not the same as mine, but, for some people, you're too thin or you're too fat or you're too tall or you're too this or you're too that or you're not enough. And we have a lot of insecurities that come out when we look in the mirror. And then past the superficial, when you look in the mirror, do you see a person who you want to see? Do you see someone who is confident and successful and happy and all of these things that you want to be? Or do you not? So it's not just about the physical. And this really comes into play on the second part of the question when we talk about how we want others to perceive us. So yes, there is the superficial. When we have other people look at us, we want them to look at us and be like, oh, she looks nice. She's, whatever those attributes you want people to think of you. But we also want people to perceive us as confident and healthy and happy and wise and all of those kind of different things. So as you look in the mirror and you contemplate these questions, make sure that you're going deeper than just the superficial and really think about, how do you perceive yourself when you look in the mirror, and how do you want other people to perceive you? And do you think that that's how other people are seeing you? Do you think people are seeing you the same way you see yourself? Because I guarantee they're not. We are our harshest, most critical critics. And so when we look at ourselves and we analyze ourselves in this way, where there's gonna, I imagine most people are gonna be like, yes, this. I got all these things I got to work on. But really, maybe the thing that you need to work on is seeing yourself from a different perspective to have that happiness and that healthy, confident feeling. So don't get too caught up on the superficial with today. Yes, there will be those things. We all have things about our physical appearance that we want to change. But you have to keep in mind that you don't want that to be your end-all, be-all motivating factor. You want to be able to see past that. So can you see past that? And what can you do to make yourself feel more confident and better and really see who it is you are in the mirror and not who you think you are or who you're supposed to be or all of those things. So, I know that this can be a daunting question. This is one of those things where you're like, ooh, do I really want to think about how other people perceive me? But chances are other people perceive you much better than you perceive yourself. So maybe you need to ask somebody, ask a friend, ask a neighbor, ask a spouse, ask somebody, how do you perceive me? What kind of person do you see me as? And hear that from someone else, because chances are they're going to tell you all of these things that you don't even think about. And you're like, wow, I do those things. I can do that. I have these qualities, and they are good qualities. So maybe you do need to have somebody else reflect for you and help you see how they see you. If when you say, well, when people see me, it's all bad, because that's not the case. So that's one of those self-reflective things that you're going to really try to look at today, is seeing that confidence in yourself and seeing what you need to do to build that confidence in yourself, and having confidence that other people see you in that confident way. So, again, today's question is, when I look in the mirror, what do I see? And how do other people perceive me? Say that 10 times fast. So that's my challenge for you today. I don't want you to get so caught up that by the end of the day you feel like you poo because you've been negative self-talking all day. Don't use this as an opportunity to encourage your negative self-talk. If what you look in the mirror triggers the things that you wrote down yesterday, then you really need, those are the things that you need to work on and see past and see through and work through and know that that's not who you are. We get caught up on these little things a lot, and especially when it comes to negative self-talk and how we perceive ourselves and how we think other people are perceiving us. So yesterday's question and everything, these ones kind of all go together a little bit, just because our negative self-talk really does influence the way that we see ourselves. So when you look in the mirror, if it's the negative self-talk things that you wrote down with that question that keep coming up, you have to reprogram those thoughts. One great way to do that is write on the mirror with lipstick or on a piece of paper and stick it to the mirror the positive affirmation that you want to make. Don't say, I'm not this anymore. Say, I am confident. I am successful. I am beautiful. I am whatever it is that you're trying to be. And every morning when you look in the mirror, read that piece of paper so that you are seeing that positive affirmation and not your negative self-talk. So that's just one of those productive ways that we can try to move forward, because a lot of times it's about reprogramming. We consciously know when we look in the mirror that other people are not analyzing and criticizing us the same way that we are criticizing ourselves. And so you have to reprogram that in your brain to know that that's not the truth. This is actually the truth, and we'll have to do that. So reprogram. And a lot of times that just doesn't work through positive affirmations and changing that negative self-talk and reaffirming to yourself every time. I know some people who are like, I'm going to put a rubber band on my wrist, and every time I say I'm mad at myself, I'm going to pop myself. I mean, if that's what you have to do to kind of reprogram that, then so be it. It doesn't have to be to that extreme, I really do see with a lot of people that positive affirmations work really well. If every day you tell yourself in the mirror, I am successful and smart and beautiful, then you will believe that because you're telling yourself that every day. But if when you look in the mirror, you're telling yourself, I'm ugly, I'm a failure, and I can't succeed at anything, then that's what you're manifesting. So that's why these questions are important, is to really think about what energy you're manifesting in your day-to-day life, in your mundane life, and is that the energy you want to manifest? And this is really important when we look in the mirror and when we assume what we think other people are thinking about us. So, again, don't get too caught up on punishing yourself by reliving and rehashing and really digging in deep to these things. Just recognize that they're there and start to look for ways to change that behavior. So, again, my challenge for you today is to look in the mirror and to really ask yourself, what do I see when I look in the mirror? And then when you're done, think about, how do other people perceive me? Is that reality? Is that how I want them to perceive me? Is that in my imagination? All of those kind of things. So that you can get to a good place about who you see in the mirror and who you feel you are, and how you feel you're being judged. So I hope that everybody has a really great day with this and that it's not too much. And if it starts to get really heavy, just take a break. Go do some meditation, sing a happy song, do a little dance. Get down tonight, boogie, So, without further ado, I toast to you and all you do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. And we'll be back again tomorrow with another one of these short videos. And I hope you have a great day.